Long before garden stores filled shelves with fancy compost bins and soil boosters, there was a simple, almost forgotten secret hiding in plain sight. A humble piece of cardboard. Yes, cardboard had the power to turn tired, lifeless soil into rich, dark humus that plants absolutely thrive on. No funky smells, no termites, just pure garden gold waiting beneath your hands. Generations ago, gardeners knew this trick, yet it's nearly vanished from memory. Stick around till the end. This one simple step could save your soil, your plants, and even your wallet, while reconnecting you to timeless gardening wisdom. The forgotten practice. Gardeners of old knew something we've mostly forgotten. Cardboard wasn't trash. It was treasure. In a time before packaged fertilizers and fancy compost bins, every scrap of paper, straw, and cardboard had a purpose. These humble materials were carefully layered in garden beds, mixed with leaves and kitchen scraps, and left to transform into dark, rich humus that fed plants naturally. Imagine the small, sun-warmed garden plots of decades past, where a grandmother would tear old cardboard, sprinkle it over the soil, and watch tiny seedlings burst to life. That simple act, repeated season after season, created gardens that thrived without synthetic chemicals, gardens that nourished both plants and people. This is not just nostalgia, it's a practice rooted in nature's own cycles. Cardboard acts as a slow-release source of carbon, a barrier against weeds, and a safe, natural way to enrich your soil. When combined with organic matter, it feeds soil microbes, helping them break down nutrients and make them available to plants. Unlike chemical fertilizers, this method builds long-term soil health. Unlike raw cow dung or certain manures, it produces no foul odor and attracts no unwanted pests. It's gentle, effective, and completely sustainable, exactly what modern gardeners are seeking, even if they don't realize it. For today's gardeners, especially those seeking sustainable, low-cost solutions, cardboard mulch is a revelation. It doesn't require fancy tools or chemicals, only patience and a willingness to trust in nature. Tear the cardboard into strips, lay it over your beds, cover lightly with leaves or compost, and let time and microbes do the work. You'll see the transformation: soil that holds moisture, resists weeds, and nurtures vibrant, healthy plants. The beauty of this forgotten practice lies not only in its effectiveness, but in its connection to generations past. As your hands touch the cardboard and the soil, you're partaking in a tradition that stretches back decades. You're honoring the wisdom of gardeners who understood that the simplest things, scraps of paper, bits of straw, and cardboard boxes, could unlock the richest growth. And the best part? You can do it today with nothing more than what you likely have in your recycling bin. So the next time you glance at that stack of cardboard boxes, don't see waste. See treasure. Remember that the past holds secrets that can make your garden thrive, save money, and bring you closer to the timeless rhythm of the earth. By embracing this old practice, you're not just growing plants, you're cultivating a legacy of care, patience, and sustainable wisdom. Step by step, how the cardboard method works. If you've ever wondered how a simple piece of cardboard could transform your garden soil, here's the step-by-step method: simple, safe, and surprisingly powerful. Follow along, and you'll see why gardeners of old treasured this practice. Step 1. Choose the right cardboard. Not all cardboard is created equal. For this method, stick to plain, brown cardboard, the kind you find in shipping boxes. Avoid glossy prints, plastic coatings, or tape, as these materials won't break down properly and can harm your soil. Start by removing any tape, staples, or stickers. Then flatten the cardboard sheets. Visualize hands carefully peeling off tape and laying the cardboard flat, ready for the garden bed. This small step ensures that the cardboard will integrate seamlessly with soil and organic matter, setting the stage for rich humus to form. Step 2. Prepare the layers. The magic happens in layering. Lightly wet the cardboard, damp, not soaked, so it becomes pliable and ready to decompose. On top of the cardboard, add alternating layers of leaves, kitchen scraps, or finished compost. Think of it like building a lasagna for your garden. Layers of carbon and nitrogen-rich materials that feed soil microbes. Each layer contributes to a balanced, healthy soil ecosystem, attracting worms and beneficial microorganisms. As you layer, imagine the earth slowly absorbing these ingredients, converting waste into nourishment for your plants. Step 3. Keep it moist and covered. Moisture is essential. Just as a sponge needs water to expand, cardboard needs moisture to break down efficiently. After layering, lightly water your creation, ensuring it's damp but not soggy. To protect it and retain moisture, cover the top with a layer of mulch, grass clippings, or straw. This top layer prevents the cardboard from drying out, keeps weeds at bay, and even deters termites, a common concern for seniors worried about pests. Picture a neat, slightly raised garden bed. Layers stacked carefully, top layer glistening with morning dew, quietly starting its transformation. Step 4. Wait and watch nature work. Now comes the most rewarding part: patience. Within weeks, you'll notice changes. Worms begin to tunnel through the layers, soil darkens, and a sweet, earthy aroma emerges, the unmistakable scent of humus in the making. Over time, the cardboard will fully integrate with the soil, leaving behind a fertile, nutrient-rich bed perfect for planting. This is nature's slow but powerful alchemy at work. As you watch, you're not just seeing decomposition, you're witnessing life returning to the soil, nurturing plants, and creating a lasting legacy of health for your garden. The science behind the magic. So why does cardboard work so well? You might wonder. It seems almost too simple. A plain old box transforming tired soil into rich, fertile humus. But there's a quiet science at work, and the best part is, you don't need a laboratory to understand it. It's nature doing the work for you. At its core, cardboard is carbon-rich. Think of it as a kind of food for the tiny helpers in your soil: worms, microbes, and decomposers of all kinds. These little creatures thrive on carbon. They break it down, turning what looks like lifeless paper into something alive, dark, and full of nutrients. But cardboard alone isn't enough. It needs balance. That's where nitrogen-rich materials come in. Grass clippings, fruit and vegetable peelings, leftover coffee grounds. These all provide nitrogen, another essential nutrient. When combined with cardboard, they create a perfect balance, a kind of soil symphony where microbes and worms can flourish, converting scraps into fertile humus. Moisture is the next secret ingredient. Cardboard needs to stay damp to encourage microbial activity, but not waterlogged. When it's properly moistened and layered with mulch or grass on top, it not only accelerates decomposition, but also forms a protective barrier. This top layer acts like nature's own shield, deterring termites and other pests. The microbes and worms below create conditions where unwanted invaders don't thrive. So, what may have seemed like a potential problem, insects eating your cardboard, is actually solved by letting nature take its course. The beauty of this method lies in its simplicity. There's no need for chemical fertilizers or complicated machines. You don't have to understand pH levels or nutrient formulas. Instead, you follow a rhythm: layer, moisten, cover, and wait. That's it. Nature takes over from there, quietly transforming your materials into rich, fragrant humus that your plants will love. Imagine the satisfaction of planting in soil that was once just a cardboard box, soil teeming with life, worms wriggling through dark, crumbly humus, plants reaching toward the sun, roots strong and healthy. And here's something even more wonderful. This method is completely sustainable. You're recycling materials you already have: cardboard from packages, leaves from your yard, kitchen scraps that might otherwise go to waste. You're reducing landfill waste while giving your garden exactly what it needs to thrive. It's a gentle, patient approach, yet deeply powerful. It connects us to generations of gardeners who understood that nature, when given the right ingredients, can do most of the work for us. Common mistakes to avoid. Even a simple, powerful practice like using cardboard in your garden can stumble if small mistakes are made. But don't worry, with a little guidance, these errors are easy to prevent, and your humble cardboard can do wonders without a single termite in sight. Let's walk through the most common missteps so your garden thrives safely and naturally. Mistake 1. Using shiny or colored cardboard. Not all cardboard is created equal. Glossy, colored, or plastic-coated cardboard may look harmless, but these materials contain inks, dyes, or plastics that won't break down properly. Worse, they can even release chemicals into your soil over time. Stick to plain, brown cardboard, the kind found in shipping boxes. Remove tape, labels, or staples, and flatten the sheets. Simple, natural, and perfectly safe. Think of it as giving your soil a clean, wholesome meal rather than processed junk. Mistake 2. Leaving the cardboard dry. Cardboard needs moisture to transform into rich humus. Dry cardboard is stubborn and slow to break down, leaving your soil unchanged for weeks or even months. Even worse, dry layers can attract pests or prevent worms from doing their work. Keep your cardboard slightly damp, enough to feel moist to the touch, not soggy. When the material is hydrated, microbes and decomposers spring into action, and the magic of soil transformation begins. Mistake 3. Forgetting to cover it with mulch. Cardboard left exposed to sunlight will dry out, break apart unevenly, and may invite termites or other pests. Covering it with a layer of mulch, straw, or grass clippings creates a protective blanket. This keeps moisture in, protects against the sun, and provides an extra layer of natural deterrent for insects. Picture a cozy, layered garden bed, quietly working while you go about your day. A system designed by nature and perfected over generations. Mistake 4. Using too much at once. It's tempting to think that more cardboard equals faster results. But that's not the case. Overloading your garden bed can block air and water flow, slowing decomposition and frustrating soil life. The key is balance. Layer modest amounts, alternating with leaves, grass, or kitchen scraps. This ensures airflow, moisture retention, and healthy microbial activity. Remember, a steady, patient approach always wins in the garden. Reassurance. With just a little care and attention, these mistakes are easy to avoid. Cardboard, when used thoughtfully, becomes a silent partner in your garden, turning soil dark, crumbly, and fertile without a single termite in sight. Imagine checking your beds weeks later and seeing worms crawling through rich humus, plants thriving, and soil so fragrant it reminds you of forests after rain. That's the reward of patience and balance. Mary Lou's garden transformation. Sometimes, the best way to understand a gardening trick is to hear how it changed someone else's garden and their life. Take Mary Lou from Idaho, for example. She had always loved gardening, but her backyard was a challenge. Her soil was heavy, stubborn clay, nearly impossible to work with. No matter how much she watered or fertilized, her tomato plant struggled, roots choked, leaves drooped, and harvests were disappointing. Then one day, Mary Lou discovered the cardboard layering method. Skeptical but curious, she decided to give it a try. She collected some plain brown cardboard boxes, removed all tape and labels, and laid them behind her tomato plants. Layer by layer, she added leaves, vegetable peelings, and a bit of compost, gently watering as she went. She finished with a light covering of mulch to keep it moist and protected. At first, it looked simple, almost too simple, but she remembered the words of old gardeners. Patience and nature will do the work. Weeks passed, and slowly, Mary Lou noticed the changes. Worms began appearing in the soil. The earth darkened, and there was that unmistakable, sweet, earthy aroma of humus forming. By mid-season, her tomato plants were noticeably happier, leaves brighter, stems stronger, and small green fruits already showing promise. She continued adding kitchen scraps and keeping the cardboard moist, watching as the soil transformed beneath her hands. By the end of the growing season, Mary Lou's hard clay had turned into soft, rich, crumbly soil, the kind that smells like life itself. Her tomatoes were flourishing, producing plump, juicy fruit that she proudly shared with friends and neighbors. She couldn't believe that something as humble as cardboard, combined with a little patience and care, could make such a difference. It wasn't just her plants that benefited. Gardening had become easier, more joyful, and deeply satisfying. What's inspiring about Mary Lou's story is how relatable it is. Many of us face stubborn soil, pests, or the frustration of poor yields. Her experience shows that with a simple, natural method, you can overcome those obstacles. It's a reminder that gardening isn't about fancy products or expensive tools. It's about understanding and working with nature. The cardboard method gives your soil what it needs and allows nature to do the rest. And here's the best part. Mary Lou's experience doesn't have to be unique. If you've tried this method in your garden or are inspired to start, share your story. This story isn't just about tomatoes. It's about hope, patience, and reconnecting with a method that truly works. Mary Lou's garden stands as proof that with a little cardboard, some organic scraps, and a lot of faith in nature, Anyone can turn difficult soil into a thriving, productive oasis. Sometimes, the best gardening tools aren't shiny or new, they're simply forgotten. In our fast-paced world, it's easy to overlook the simple practices that sustain generations before us. Cardboard, leaves, kitchen scraps, things we might toss aside without a thought, have the power to bring soil back to life, nourish plants, and even save a little money along the way. There's something deeply satisfying about reviving this old wisdom, about proving that what others discard can become life again. Gardening, at its heart, is more than just planting seeds. It's a lesson in patience, observation, and respect for the natural world. It's about understanding that growth takes time, that the smallest contributions, a torn piece of cardboard, a handful of leaves, a sprinkle of compost, can create a thriving ecosystem beneath our feet. For seniors and experienced gardeners, it's also about connecting with the past, honoring the practices of those who worked the soil before us, and rediscovering the joy of doing more with less. Think about your own garden. Imagine it transformed by this simple, overlooked technique: rich, crumbly soil, thriving plants, and the quiet hum of life underground. It's a reminder that sometimes the most effective solutions are right under our noses. The cardboard that would have gone to waste becomes a silent partner in your garden's growth, feeding the soil and bringing beauty, bounty, and satisfaction in return. As you reflect on this, remember, gardening isn't just about results. It's about connection. Connection to the earth, to the cycles of life, and to the wisdom passed down through generations. By embracing these forgotten practices, we're not only growing healthier plants, we're nurturing our own patience, creativity, and sense of stewardship. We're proving that sustainability and simplicity are timeless, and that small, thoughtful actions can yield extraordinary rewards. If this video inspired you, give it a like to celebrate the power of reviving old garden wisdom. Share it with a friend who believes in growing more with less, and help spread the joy of sustainable, frugal gardening. And subscribe to the Evergreen Seniors, where old roots grow new life, where every scrap, every layer, and every patient effort contributes to thriving gardens and thriving communities. By returning to these simple, time-tested methods, we honor the past, enrich the present, and plant seeds for the future. So the next time you see a stack of cardboard, remember, it's not trash, it's potential, it's life waiting to happen, and a gentle reminder that in the garden, as in life, small acts of care can create remarkable transformations.